With the Economic and Social Council annual ministerial review on education only 3 months away, the council held a global preparatory meeting on Thursday with expert-level presentations outlining educational needs and key challenges and achievements in education, in efforts to help obtain broader gains in global educational standards and initiatives, ahead of the AMR to be held in Geneva during the ECOSOC high-level segment in July.
There are not enough teachers, there are not enough skills. Part of this is because the skills that are being produced in the poor countries are being taken by the developed countries. And so we are trying to see we can't stop migration, we can't stop the movement of people, we can't stop people from seeking to go to where there are more opportunities. But the idea is how can we burden share, how can our colleagues in the North accept greater responsibility and invest more in education so that when there are movements of people, it is not to the detriment of the poorer countries.
An interesting feature that came out of the discussions were that information and communication technology, ICT, must be used hand in hand to deliver education and raise consciousness among the people on various aspects of sustainability.
Expert deliberations included insights from Brazil, South Africa, and China, among other nations vested in improving the access, quality, and equity of education in their countries, as governments increasingly gear up measures for prioritizing education, as a target date for the UN's Millennium Development Goals of 2015 draws near.
We have a very serious problem in Brazil because children do not stay in the school, only 4 hours in the school. So we have tried to expand the time in school through a project called More Education, which uses spaces around the schools so that may stay more time in school. We have invested, and this comes directly from the President Dilma Rousseff, that all urban schools have access to broadband internet and spaces for computers.
The most problem is the disparity between the China west part and the eastern part, and especially for the rural areas, is a big gap between the urban areas and the rural areas. How to solve the problems, because it needs put more money to promote the development for education. But in China, just as I mentioned, we have made out and issued a new plan for the long term from the 2010 and 2020. We have a new plan. According to this plan, in China, government put more money to support the basic education development.
Closing the session, Xia Zukang, the UN Undersecretary General for Economic and Social Affairs, pressed on the need for continued progress in mobilizing development resources at the national and international level, requiring broad support, he said, with business and civil society maximizing their strengths in working with governments in a transparent and accountable manner.
As we have seen recently, turning out graduates with no access to jobs is a recipe for instability. Where youth unemployment is chronically high, the time has come for more flexible labor markets and the matching of education with job opportunities. These, ladies and gentlemen, are some of the key policy issues which must receive urgent consideration at the AMR.
A key lesson learned today is that education and all other development indicators are closely linked, therefore requiring a holistic multi-sector approach for their realization across the globe. Afaf Kanja for South South News, United Nations.